All right. Listening. Volume for pyramids and cones. Pyramids and cones are different because it's not like a square and then the prism, it's not like that. Or a hexagon and then the prism. This is a hexagon, a point, and it connects, so it's a pyramid. A square, a point at the top, and it connects, so it's a pyramid. This is the formula. Last set of formulas. We're paying attention. Let's go, guys. 1/3. What does uppercase B stand for? Base. Area of the base. It's right here. Area of the base. All right. And the base could be a square, a triangle, a hexagon. Okay. In this picture, it's a right square base pyramid. We don't know the height. We're going to figure that out. Base edge is 10. Base edge means a side of your base, and it's a square base. Slant height is 13. And we don't know the volume. Please listen. All right. Now, this here is height. 1/3 area of the base times the height of the prism. The height is always this perpendicular height here. In the formula, when it's talking about height, height is always the perpendicular height here. Slant height is this slanted piece out here. Do you guys see that? Yeah. Okay, so the slant height is 13. Is the slant height what I use in the formula? No, this is the regular height, the perpendicular height. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Will we ever use the slant height?
You won't use it in part of your volume formula, but we're going to use it right now to help us find the regular height. Okay. But no, you won't use the slant height in the volume formula. All right. Shh. Guys. Volume equals area of the base times the height. What piece did I leave off? There's a piece I'm missing right here.
1/3.
1/3. Good job. Volume equals 1/3. And that is for pyramids and cones. Area of the base times the height. What letter do I use to represent the area of the base? Uppercase B. Now, what's nice about this, because it's a square, what are all of my side lengths? The same. So what's my uppercase B in this case? Length times width, which is 10 times 10? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So what's the area of the base? All right. What do I have left to find?
The
Height. Is the height 13?
No.
No, that is the slant height. Now, what shape, what special triangle do you see right in here?
Right triangle.
This has a special name. What is the 13 in my right triangle? Okay, so if I have this right triangle where the hypotenuse is 13, and would you guys agree that that is the height right here? Height 13. Anyone want to take a shot at what this base leg is? 5. Good job. How'd you guys get 5? Half of 10. Do you see that? The full piece is 10. It's half length because that is at the center is 5. I'm going to have you guys do your Pythagorean's theorem really quick. H squared plus 5 squared equals 13 because that's the hypotenuse squared. Go ahead and work it out now. Quickly, please.
Next unit, are we going to be doing this?
No.
I don't like this. It's 12. It's 12.
Thank you. Yes. I do not. He took it. It was up here. All right. H squared equals 1.
It's 25.
Shh. All right. And then you square root both sides, and what did you get?
12.
H equals 12. All right, so my volume is 100 or 1/3, sorry, 100 times height. We just found the height to be what? 12. So you times 12 times 12. All right, so 100 times 12 divided by 3. 100 times 12 divided by 3. What do we get? 400 units cubed. 400 units cubed. Did you find one? Okay. All right. Questions? All right. So the question that was asked earlier, Giselle asked, will we ever use the slant height? Do we use the slant height in the final volume formula? No, but did we use it to help us find the perpendicular height? Yes, but once we use it to find the 12, we're done with the 13. All right, next one. A right hexagonal-based pyramid with the base edge of 4 and a height of 6. Is this the height, the perpendicular height, or the slant height? It's only slant height if it says slant. If it doesn't have slant, it's the perpendicular height. And they didn't give you the dotted line, so you have to draw it in there on your own. Shh, guys. All right, so far so good? 4, height is 6. Volume equals area of the base, and I forgot it again, times the height. What fraction do I need in the front? 1/3. Okay. What uppercase or what capital letter do I use to represent area of the base? Uppercase B. Now, this is where we talk about all those formulas. What's the formula for the area of a hexagon? I'll start you off. 1/2 word and word. It's not base and height. Apithum and perimeter. Perimeter is easy to find. Before I go further, do you guys see that it has a hexagonal base here?
Yes.
And if all these sides are 4, how do I find the perimeter?
4 times
4 times what? 6. Why 6? Not because the height is 6, because there are 6 sides. So what's the perimeter? Okay, we're going to come back to that later. Check, I've already found the perimeter. What's the only piece I need now for the base? The apithum. So this is where we do this. And we've been doing a ton of these, like so much. You guys should be able to do these with minimal struggle. All right, and then I cut one in half, and that's the one I redraw. Now, Kayla walked us through earlier how to find this top angle. Do you guys remember what she said to do? Either you memorized it, 360, 6 because the height is 6 or because there's 6 sides? And that is 60. And does 60 go in the top corner?
No, 30.
Divide it by 2 because it's only half of that angle, and that is 30, which means this is 60. Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right. Which means the hypotenuse is 2a. Where is the apithum?
By the 30.
This one over here?
Yeah.
And this one's the half side length?
Yeah.
Where does my A go? On the apithum or the half side length? My A goes here, and this is A root 3. Now, how can we use the 4 to find one of these legs?
You have it.
Half it. What's half of 4?
2.
And where does the 2 go? This one here? So if A is 2 and I'm looking for my apithum,
2 root 3.
my apithum is what?
2 root 3.
2 root 3. Am I ready to find the area of the base?
Sure.
Uppercase B. Yes. Now, I've said this before. When you're doing the volume piece, what is the hardest piece? The area of the base with the hexagon type problems. With the square, that's easy. Length times width. Okay. So, yeah, when we get that, it'll be 6. So here it's half the apithum. What's the apithum?
2
And what is the perimeter? All right, so cover up the root 3. You do 24 times 2, divide by 2. Or some of you may just cross out the 2's right away. What's the area of the base? 24 what? Root 3. All right, now we're ready for the volume. And the volume is just plugging numbers in your calculator. Volume equals 1/3 area of the base. And we just found the area of the base to be what? Times the height. And what is the height of the pyramid? 6. So you do 24 times 6 divide by 3. 24 times 6 divide by 3.
48.
So my final answer,
3 units squared.
cubed, 48 root 3 units cubed. What was the question? How do you plug this in your calculator? Cover up the radical and you type in 24 times 6 divide by 3. 24 times 6 divide by 3. Are we good?
Yeah. It's just a lot.
It is.
Stuff.
Yes.
And if like mess up whole terms, the whole thing, that's definitely
Guys, keep in mind though, on the test, on every test, I check your work. So if you have a wrong answer, but all of your work is right and you messed up on one little thing, you're going to get most of the credit. So, and that's the main reason why I check all the work. Okay. Are we good? All right. This is a cone because it has what base?
A circle.
A circle. All right. The right cone with the diameter of 6. And when it says like a right cone or a right hexagon, it just means it's not slanted. It's perpendicular. All right, diameter 6. The height is 3 root 3. Is that the perpendicular height or the slant height?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular, because I said earlier, if it doesn't say slant, it's not the slant. Okay, questions on the drawing? All right, volume, 1/3 area of the base times the height, and because it's a circle, what's the area of the base? Pi r squared. All right, volume equals area of the base, and what do I put in front of the area of the base? 1/3 times the height of the prism. All right. What uppercase letter do I use for area of the base? Big B equals, and what is big B in this case? Pi r squared. Big B is pi blank squared. Is my radius 6?
No.
What is 6?
The diameter.
Diameter. So what is the radius?
3.
So what's the area of the base? 9 pi. All right, I'm ready for volume. 1/3 area of the base, which we just found the area of the base to be what? Times the height, and what's the height of the prism? Okay, when you plug this in, do not plug in the root, do not plug in the pi. So what are you typing in your calculator? 9 times?
3 divided by 3.
Good. 9 times 3 divide by 3, or if you cross reduce first, that's fine. 9 times 3 divide by 3.
It'd just be 9.
9 root 3 pi. 9 root 3 pi units cubed.
A really long answer.
I know. All right, and we are going to finish the last one. Questions on this one, yes or no?
So we
I hate working backwards.
Okay, this one is, how can you tell this one? Okay, pause. He said, I hate working backwards. Can anybody tell me how he knew we were working backwards on this one? If it gives you the volume, you're working backwards. It's asking you for the height. All right, what's given?
radius.
The radius is 6, and the height is, we don't know. That's what we're looking for, yes? Okay, volume. Volume, area of the base, times the height. Let's plug in what we know. What do we know is the volume? 324 what? Pi equals. Equals. Right here? Thank you. And I don't know what is it with me today in that 1/3. Thank you. And that does make a difference. Stop. All right. 1/3. What's the formula for the area of the base? Pi r squared, and what is r? 6. And the height we don't know. That's what we're looking for. All right. So 324 pi equals, what's 6 squared?
36.
So 1/3 times 36 pi h. Can you plug that in your calculator, or is that the same as 36 divided by 3?
36 divided by 3.
Yes, it is. So 36 divided by 3, or how many times does 3 go into 36? What is it? So 12 pi h. I'm going to let you finish if you've got it. I'm going to explain one more time. Area of the base was pi r squared, r being 6. 6 squared is 36. And 1/3 and 36 reduces to 12. And then pi and h is still kind of hanging out there. What do I divide both sides? 12 pi. Good. That gets done all in one shot. 12 pi because I'm trying to get h by itself. What's nice about the pi over here?
It cancels out.
Cancels out, so you're left with 324 divided by 12.
27.
H equals 27. Make sense? No? Okay.